Have you ever pondered the Quran's perspective on Hadiths, the sayings and actions of the Prophet Muhammad? It's quite an intriguing exploration. The Quran uses the term Hadith in a manner that predates its common association with the Prophet's sayings. Instead, it refers to hearsays, forged teachings, and attempts to silence or distort the Quran itself. In the Quran, Hadith carries specific meanings. It's not just idle chatter or decorative speech, it's a term used to denote narratives that claim divine authority beyond what's prescribed in the Quran. Quite pointedly, the Quran disapproves of any hadith other than itself, a stance that strongly condemns associating anything with God. To support this, we can draw from numerous Quranic verses. For instance, in Surah Al-Kalam, verse 51, the Quran warns against listening to and spreading these fabricated narratives. The verse translates to, "And those who disbelieve would almost smite you with their eyes when they hear the hadith, and they say, 'Surely he is mad.'" The Quran hence sets a clear stance on the matter, warning against the spread and acceptance of fabricated narratives. So what does the term hadith truly mean in the Quran? Well, it's a term that's packed with meaning and significance, and it's used in a variety of contexts throughout the Quran. Primarily, the term hadith in the Quran refers to hearsays or fabricated teachings. These are narratives or sayings that are presented as divine truth, but in reality they are not based on the Quran's teachings. An example can be found in the verse, "And among the people is he who buys diverting hadith to lead astray from God's path without knowledge and takes it in mockery. Those will have a humiliating punishment." Luqman 31:6. The term hadith also refers to decorative speech. This is speech that is embellished or exaggerated to make it more appealing or persuasive, often used to distort the teachings of the Quran. The Quran warns against this in the verse, "And of the people is he who disputes about God without knowledge or guidance or an enlightening book." Hajj 22:8. Finally, hadith in the Quran refers to attempts to silence or undermine the Quran. These are efforts to suppress the Quran's message or distort its teachings. This is highlighted in the verse, "We have revealed to you the book with the truth, confirming whatever the book was before it and watcher over it." Ma'idah 5:48. Clearly, the term hadith in the Quran is more nuanced than its common usage in Islamic discourse. What are the implications of the Quran's disapproval of these so-called hadiths? Well, we're dealing with a significant cautionary message. The Quran, in its wisdom, warns against listening to and propagating these fabricated teachings. This warning is not light. It emphasizes the gravity of associating anything with the divine authority of the Quran. The Quran cautions us not to be swayed by hearsays and forged teachings that attempt to silence and distort its message. There are numerous Quranic verses that sound this alarm. For instance, in chapter 45, verse 6, it states, "These are the verses of Allah which we recite to you in truth. Then in what hadith after Allah and His verses will they believe?" This verse, like many others, underscores the Quran's sole divine authority and censures any attempt to associate anything else with it. This is a stern warning against the propagation of fabricated teachings, which can mislead and create confusion. In conclusion, the Quran encourages us to be discerning and to resist the spread of fabricated teachings, focusing solely on its divine authority.